We've talked with a lot of people since Ian just tore through Florida. One resident in particular was Joe Orlandini from Fort Myers. He was actually on the phone with us describing his neighborhood as roofs were just flying off of homes and his streets there in his neighborhood were flooding out. Here's a little bit of that conversation.
Got to be 150 mile an hour wind solid. I mean, there's nothing left. It's unbelievable. There's a house sitting in our front yard where we're at. It's stuck by a power pole. There's boats floating by. Our car floated away. The neighbor's car. Uh-oh, there goes the roof. Holy crap.
You're saying you're seeing a roof floating by right now?
Oh, it flew away. It hit 2 doors down. It finally came down. We've got, oh, here goes the rest of it. That house is blown away. It's going to float away.
So as you can imagine, we got pretty worried about Joe when we couldn't reach him after that conversation. But today we do have him by phone with an update since we last talked. Joe, so glad to be able to hear your voice. First of all, just tell us, how are you, your family, and how did your home hold up?
Thank you. Yeah, we're doing okay. Our house held up fine. It was a new house, and that's why we thought of staying, as we didn't know it was going to be such a big storm as it was. But everybody is doing well. Now obviously we have to deal with the aftermath of this and the mess, the cleanup, waiting for utilities to come back on, power, and I mean, at the scale of this, it's going to take a while to get this cleaned up.
Of course, and Joe, we're looking at your video right now from the day that we talked, and I mean, your entire neighborhood looks like a lake. Can you tell us if you've had a chance to talk to your neighbors, specifically the ones that lost the roofs on their homes? Is everybody okay, and how are they assessing the damage? Just kind of describe what things look like now and what you've been able to learn from your neighbors.
Talked to everybody for the most part. There was a lot of neighbor interaction, obviously, with the level of storm, and everybody relatively kind of dependent on different things that everybody needed to not only some left, some were able to stay, some needed certain things. So we've definitely interacted. As far as the ones that lost their houses, talked to a few of those. A lot of the ones that the quantity of houses that were lost were the ones just a little bit north of us or south of us, and that was a lot of the beachside stuff and a few rows back. All floated by. We saw every building. I knew every structure because you could tell from the color and the roofs, and we watched all the bars, the Hooters went by, the cottage went by. The cottage was stuck in our front yard, parts of it. There's parts of all of the restaurants and bars that were up there, and they're all over our street. And the crazy part about it is it was for about 2 hours we had no buildings going by, and I knew that there was nothing left up there. And of course, when we were able to walk out there, there was nothing, absolutely nothing. It's just shocking. It looks like a war zone.
Well, I know a big reason why you stayed is because you are in a new home and you felt pretty good about its stability. But I'm just curious, are you still glad that you made the decision that you did and you didn't evacuate? Would you do anything different next time around?
If I were to know, if I knew that storm was going to be that big, I would not have stayed. Absolutely not. I mean, that was the scale of and the size of that storm and how it built up. I would never stay in something like that ever again. That was a bad move for sure. But our intuition and what the knowledge we had of what was being told is it was going to miss us, and it wasn't going to be that bad here because it was going to go north. And as that worked out, we actually had 13 feet of water. We measured because I have survey monuments, so we were 13 feet above flood where my house was.
Wow. It definitely was unpredictable. like you said, you were told the predictions, and it just none of that held true. But it is good advice, just hearing from you, knowing what you went through, and the fact that if a storm like this were to come through again, let's hope it doesn't, that you would get yourself and your family out of there. Joe, we're just glad that you are okay. We're glad that we were able to make contact with you again, and we sure appreciate you just riding out that storm with us. Thank you, Joe.
Thank you. Appreciate it.
Hi, everyone. George Stephanopoulos here. Thanks for checking out the ABC News YouTube channel. If you'd like to get more videos, show highlights, and watch live event coverage, click on the right over here to subscribe to our channel. And don't forget to download the ABC News app for breaking news alerts. Thanks for watching.